Welcome to One Tired Teacher, episode 92, The Truth About Elementary STEM Club, a sneak peek behind the scenes. So today we're going to change up the tone and we're going to think positively. So we're moving forward, we're trudging forward, some of us have been in school, we're back to school, and we are trying to pick up the pieces of what the new normal looks like. Last week, I talked about a teacher's perspective of the new normal in episode 91, and I will link to that in the show notes. And I was struggling. I was having a hard time. But I told you I would move forward. I'm going to move forward. And I want to talk about Elementary STEM Club. And I want to talk to you about what is going on in this phenomenal atmosphere and club. I hope you stick around.
Welcome to One Tired Teacher. And even though she may need a nap, this teacher is ready to wake up and speak her truth about the trials and treasures of teaching. Here she is, wide awake. Wait, she's not asleep right now, is she? She is awake, right? Okay. From Trina Debery Teaching and Learning, your host, Trina Debery.
Hey, so a little bit different this week, and I'm excited about that because I have been having a hard time, as you may have noticed for the past couple of weeks on the podcast. And hopefully you're still with me, and maybe you took that as, sometimes I share the trials and sometimes I share the treasures. I promise that from the very beginning of the podcast, and I 100% believe in vulnerability. I think that it really shows who we are, and sometimes who I am is a person that struggles with being sad and struggles even with depression, struggles with those kinds of things, and I struggle in times that are hard. And man, I felt beaten up last week, but this week I want to focus on something exciting. And I talked about it last week. I did talk about Elementary STEM Club, and I talked about, how you can join that, and you can still do the same thing at trinadeberyteachingandlearning.com/ESC. So hopefully you will think about it. But I wanted to share a sneak peek of the inside, behind the scenes, like what Elementary STEM Club really looks like, because as I shared last week, I think it's important for us to be able to find how to move forward, how to persevere, and like how to figure out what we're doing, especially if you're in the situation where you can't just make the decision not to do it, and that you still need your job, or you still want your job. And I think that that's important. And I think it's important to surround yourself by people that are trying to figure it out and are trying to solve problems. And there's a lot of people out there that are rooting for us, and I'm one included. I include myself. I am rooting for teachers. I am rooting for students. I want schools to figure this out. I'm hoping for change, and I do get motivated by people that are excited to do things outside of the box, and they see a different new normal. And I love to be surrounded by educators that think like that and approach teaching in that way. And so I definitely feel like I have found my people in Elementary STEM Club, and the people that the STEM experts that I have been fortunate enough to work with in this project, and also during Elementary STEM Con 2020, which was amazing. I feel very blessed to know them. And Carrie Tracy was the host, the coordinator of Elementary STEM Con, and she's from Feel Good Teaching, and she's incredible. And I'm excited to call her, and blessed to call her my friend. And she's also a part of Elementary STEM Club, and along with all the other amazing women, it is women. I think it's all women, all the amazing women STEM experts that I have had the privilege of getting to know. I think I shared last week about how hard it can be when you don't feel like you have a family or a part of a group of people that lift you up and, inspire you, motivate you. I definitely have found that with these women. So I'm excited about that. I think they're truly incredible. And I think all the educators, over 800 people have joined Elementary STEM Club. Isn't that so cool? And it's probably even more after this time of recording. And I think that says a lot. And it's kind of like that teacher's lounge, like when you're missing out on something like that, you feel like a great conversation happened in the teacher's lounge. I used to feel that way with my team. Like we didn't eat in the teacher's lounge, actually. We ate in a classroom. In one of our classrooms, we met every single day in her room, because we wanted to be able to be open. We wanted to be able to complain if we needed to. And we wanted to be able to do that in private, because we didn't want to look like a team that just sat around and whined and complained. And we wanted to be able to be honest. And we wanted to talk about some racy subjects sometimes. It was fun. And I looked forward to lunch. And I think that's why I miss it so much right now. I miss that. I miss looking forward to that time of day where I can just be with my people. And this is kind of what that feels like. Like you're missing out if you're not taking part in the conversation that's going on in the teacher's lounge or in, your teammate's classroom. And when I would miss lunch and I'd have to stay in my classroom and do some extra work because I was so behind or whatever, or prepare for an exciting lesson that was coming up next. You have those days where you skip lunch, you eat at your desk or whatever. And, they would come back and they'd have had this really great conversation. Usually it was around The Bachelor, but, but whatever, if it was or even something, or hot, school gossip, or even a really great strategy that worked in your classroom. When I miss those conversations, I'm like, oh man, I had to miss today of all days. We were just talking about someone's annoying mother-in-law just yesterday. I think I could miss that, but missing out on a good conversation, that's kind of what it feels like at Elementary STEM Club. So if you're missing out, you definitely want to come and join. It's very reasonable. In fact, our goal is to over-deliver so that you are feeling like, I can't believe I paid so little for this and I got so much. And that is the goal. And we did that during Elementary STEMCon. And if you were a part of that, that's true. So it's really that special. And for a little while, I think I said that I was having a hard time even participating because I felt like I was underwater. But sometimes we just need to grab onto that life preserver. And things like Elementary STEM Club can be that life preserver. That can be the thing that we can hold on to while we are facing really rough waters. So I think there's some excellent reasons to be a part of this. And just one of them is learning and growing together. I love that. That's one of my favorite things. And I love that we are offering support and other educators are chiming in with ideas and support and suggestions and motivation and inspiration. And I think that's awesome as well. And the resources that are available, the lessons that we are providing it around 3 topics, 3 themes. I think I shared that last week. And that is the first August was on team building. And if you've missed August, because August has now passed, if you missed it, it's still all available inside of Elementary STEMCon. Even the live sessions were all placed inside of the club. So you have access to that. So we are offering, and what was I saying? So we are offering that. So you're getting August as well, but now we're jumped into September, which is the engineering design process. And then in October, we are focusing on growth mindset and failure. So that will be really exciting as well. So those are the 3 themes. And I just think that the whole club is just filled with inspiration and ideas and how to navigate STEM during a pandemic. It's fun and there's bonuses and there's giveaways. So I think that's really exciting. One of my favorite parts, so let's get behind the scenes. One of my favorite parts of Elementary STEM Club are the book chats. We have some incredible authors that have spoken to us. In August, we had Ashley Spires, who wrote The Most Magnificent Thing, which I love that book. It's such a cute story. And so she came and spoke in August. We also had Shayna Keller, TikTok, that wrote TikTok. Such a good book. And then coming up in September, we have Pip Jones and Sandra Markle, who wrote What If You Had an animal's nose or you had an animal's ears. And she's written like some of those things, which is really great for animal adaptations. Some really cool STEM challenges around that. So that I'm excited about that one coming up in September. And we also have some more coming in October. We have Melissa Sweet, who wrote Balloons Over Broadway. And I'm excited about that because I had a makerspace activity in the works last year and I don't know if I ever published it. I need to look and see. If I did, I'm going to link to it in the show notes. And if not, I'm going to finish it and post it soon. And then this one's my favorite. I'm so excited because I get to do the interview and I cannot wait. It's Kobe Yamada, who wrote What Do You Do with a Problem? What do you do with a chance? What do you do with an idea? Oh, I love those books. So I cannot wait to talk to him about his creative genius in writing these and like I think talk about growth mindset in this aspect. Like I'm excited. I'm so excited to interview him, and that will be in October. We also have Chris Van Dusen, who wrote like If I Built a House, If I Built a Car, If I Built a School, and I love his books too. So much fun. So we have some really cool things coming in the next couple months. And if you missed August, again, all of that is in the club, so you will have access to those interviews. We also provided a lesson based on the theme. So in August, we did a team building, lesson with a video, an explanation, and it was the one and only Carol from Teachers Are Terrific. She's incredible, and I know you're going to get a lot out of that. And then in September, we'll be focusing on, again, like the engineering design process. And October, we'll have a lesson on growth mindset and failure. And I think that's exciting. Another thing that goes on in Elementary STEM Club is we have live panels that you can rewatch in the club. Like you don't have to be there live. These take place in the Facebook group, which I love the Facebook group because we have the opportunity to connect with educators from all over the world. And I think that's really exciting. And we get different perspectives. I think different perspectives are so valuable. So I love that. It's a really exciting, engaging group. And our first panel talked about STEM challenges and social distancing, which, that's one of the things I was really upset about last week. So I think that is a must listen to because we're listening to actual STEM teachers talking about how they're going to accomplish this and what they're going to do. And it might give you some ideas if you are really struggling with that. So let's talk about what happens when you enter Elementary STEM Club. So right when you open it, you will see a welcome area. You'll have a mark your calendar so you can write down all these important dates of specifically when these authors are coming or when the panels will be held. There's a materials needed section, Elementary STEM Club swag. I bought 2 shirts. I'm not going to lie. I got a black and white one, and then I got one of the colorful ones with the Elementary STEM Club logo. That's my favorite one. I think that's my favorite one for sure. It feels bright and cheery, and I feel really proud to wear it. I'm like at school, and someone asked me, they were like, "What's that?" And I'm like, "Oh, well, it's Elementary STEM Club." I didn't go into further detail at my school because I don't usually talk about that kind of stuff. Although my STEM teacher, our engineering teacher, she's amazing. She and I talk about it because she's in it. And my district bought several STEM Club memberships, which was exciting. And so teachers in my district are in it. But like I said, I don't talk a lot about that at school. But I was like, it's a really exciting club for STEM teachers and for teachers. You don't have to be a STEM teacher. I mean, even if you're a classroom teacher and you're teaching STEM, you're a STEM teacher. So it's for all teachers that want to incorporate STEM in their classroom or teach STEM in a classroom. So it's exciting. Or even like that type of thinking. I think that's it draws those kind of teachers that have that type of thinking, which is exciting. And then, so then you'll have a club you'll see the club kickoff that we did in August. And then you have all of August's materials already there, which gives you the lesson and the panel and the book talks. And then in each month, as it comes, like we just opened up September, you will see that we have a resource and training video. We have a submit your panel questions because you get to actually ask questions to these panels. And I think that's really cool. Like you get to, you get to ask what you want, and you get to hear if if it was answered, which I think we always answer all the questions. You can even ask questions live, but the ones that you submit, that you pre-submit, are more likely to be answered because we go through those for sure. And sometimes when we're doing it live, sometimes it gets missed. So keep that in mind. And then also we have the book chat area, and then the giveaways. Giveaways are fun because we do random drawings for all STEM Club members, and that's really exciting. And we are giving away resources. We've got, like I said, we've got some elementary STEM experts who have made some incredible things, and so they are giving some of those things away to you, and I think that's fun. And some of the books that we've done for the book chats, those are giveaways, and some other special things that are exciting. And there's bonuses. We have a bonus section where we give some really helpful things to help you during this time. And yeah, it's exciting. And this is the other thing that's super exciting. And that is that the Elementary STEM Club members will get access to our early bird pricing, which is the lowest possible price you can get for Elementary STEMCon 2021. So if you are an Elementary STEM Club member, you will have access to the information of firsthand of when we are doing Elementary STEMCon, when that's happening in 2021, and you will have access to early bird pricing, which is completely worth it. And like I said, there's like over 800 people. It's like just definitely a place to be, especially if you need something to hold on to. And as you could probably tell, I needed something to hold on to. So I'm proud of this endeavor, and I am blessed to be a part of it. I hope that you will join me because there's lots of exciting things going on inside of Elementary STEM Club. And I don't know. I just think it's something positive. And I'm telling you, I need something positive right now. So I hope you will join me. And you can find that again at TrinaDebery.com/ESC. I tried to make that as easy as possible for Elementary STEM Club. Well, that's all I have this week. And I'm happy to be smiling today. This one tired teacher is wide awake and excited for Elementary STEM Club. I hope you'll join me. Until next time, sweet dreams and sleep tight.